Hello, friends, and welcome to the Sunny Valley Adventures children's book series on the Ten Commandments, with the final book on Jesus being the Good Shepherd. Today, I'm going to be reading Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego, a great adventure that teaches the first commandment, which is to have no other gods before me. If you have your book with you, then why don't you read along with me? And if you don't, then sit back, relax, and imagine the adventure as you listen to the story.
"Good morning, my friend Benny,"
came a whistling Bobby Bear.
"I'm wearing my new tie. That's bright yellow everywhere."
"Oh my," said Busy Benny, "I'm impressed and do agree. It's as pretty as a flower to a hungry honeybee. Thurston Owl is back in town and preaching here today. We can be on time if we leave now to go that way."
Bobby said, "I'll wear my tie, then everyone will know. Just hop into the basket and I'll drive and won't be slow."
So down to Sunny Church they went while riding on his bike, and found a front row seat as Thurston Owl took the mic. "Our Sunday morning lesson is to have no other God. God's first and great commandment. If all agree, please nod. The Bible tells us of a king, the mighty Nebuchadnezzar." Bobby whispered down to Benny,
"The mighty Nebuchadnezzar?"
"Shh, Bobby," whispered Benny. "Don't talk so we can listen. We'll hear an old wise story that we shouldn't be a-missin'." So Thurston Owl kept preaching about the mighty king who ruled the whole wide world back then. He conquered everything. When he thought of his success that came from his great plan, he puffed so proud and said out loud, "I'm a god and not a mere man." He had a golden statue built way up to the sky. That was his own clear image, no one could dare deny. He brought in skilled musicians to play a royal hymn, so everyone would bow to praise this God that looked like him. Bobby said,
"Hey, Benny, he should not be doing that."
"I know," said Busy Benny, "but shush now, please don't chat. It comes straight from the Bible. God shows that he was wrong. So imagine you were there and then keep listening along." "Ahem," said Thurston Owl, and touched his wing up to his beak. Continuing his preaching said, "The king's demand was bleak. He built a great big furnace and made it really hot for those who wouldn't bow low and refused no matter what. The king had 3 wise servants who knew that this was bad. They loved their God in heaven and obeyed just what he said. Their captive names were Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego."
"Like Benny, me, and Thurston,"
Bobby said while all aglow. The king then gave the signal to let the music play, and all the people knelt down and bowed low right away. But 3 wise servants stood tall, and soon the king would know about courageous Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego. Some servants came to tell the king about the standing 3 who would not praise his statue and who had not bent their knee. They said, "3 fellows you appointed to govern your affairs don't serve your God or worship him or act as if they care." The king said to his servants, "Bring those 3 to me. I can't believe that anyone would shun my sure decree." These 3 lads were brought at once and heard the bad king's vow. "I'll throw you in the fiery flames. Whose God can save you now?" Our God will, was their reply. But if he chooses not,
we still won't worship your false god. We won't, no matter what.
oh my, the king grew angry and said in puffing haste,
Heat the flames 7 times as hot, and bind them at their waist.
The king called in his strongest men, who threw them in the fire. But before his eyes a big surprise from heaven did transpire. The king lost all the soldiers who threw the 3 lads in. But when these lads fell in the flames, they got up once again. The king leapt in amazement and called to his advisers.
Were 3 tied up so fast and true, and tossed into the fires?
Why, look, I see 4 walking, unharmed, with the ropes undone. And much to my astonishment, the 4th looks like God's son. Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego, the king called with a shout. Servants of the Most High God, come here now, please, come out. And when they stepped out of the fire, a crowd soon gathered round. No burn, no harm, no smell of smoke on hide or hair were found.
Praise be to God, who saved these 3 that trusted him alone, who would not serve or worship any god except their own. There is no other God who saves so great,
the king did say.
It's my command for all the land. Respect their God or pay.
Benny nudged. Hey, Bobby Bear, I think you hibernated.
Bobby giggled. I'm not there. I over-concentrated. By the way, there, Benny B, whatever happened to those 3?
They were promoted by the king and served their God alone, said he. But sad to say there, Bobby Bear, that like the king's false god, some folks forget the Bible and they soon become their God. And as the lesson shows, God hopes none falls into that trap. But God will always help us, Bobby, so let's go home and take a nap. The end. Well, I'm so glad you were able to enjoy Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego with me today. The great adventure that teaches us to have no other gods before us, which is the first commandment. If you would like to learn more about the books, you can go to our website, sunnyvalleyadventures.com. Please remember to like us, subscribe, so that you can be updated about any new videos. And please share this with any of your friends who might like the stories. So God bless you, and I look forward to sharing with you real soon another story from Sunny Valley Adventures.